Hey,
Hey,
it's us.
it's us,
We're famous now.
Hilary.
Oh,
It's
what?
us, Hilary.
Okay.
We're both Hilary.
We're both Hillary.
I'm Hilary
What
C,
is this reference?
and you're Hilary
D.
D.
We both have, well, I guess that's the next letter after C.
Yeah,
Is this just a little fun name that you thought of?
yeah, just a fun thing.
Okay, I thought you
we're
were referring.
like we're too like
Yeah.
posh, like clueless.
Yeah.
Like
And Hillary's the first person.
isn't that the name
Yeah.
of the
Oh,
character
in Clueless?
in Clueless? Yeah,
No, it's Cher.
it is Cher.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
bold move,
Isn't
trying to
it?
steal Cher's name
Yeah,
from
Cher.
Cher.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Hillary, right? I thought Hillary is
No,
like a.
I didn't know you were such a Clueless stan.
It's just that sounds like a Hillary sounds like maybe one of
No.
her friends was Hillary.
Um, Dion and I don't think Brittany Murphy was Hillary.
No,
I can't remember. Oh, Sky? No.
Sky.
Was she Sky? I think that was
I
her
gotta look
name.
it up now.
Okay.
Hillary.
Fine.
Oh, you know what? I could be thinking also like Fresh Prince of Bel Air
Okay.
because there definitely was a Hillary
Okay.
and she was also very like very posh and was like hi, like I'm fucking hot
I've
shit.
never heard anyone sound more posh than what you just did just now.
Yeah,
You
right.
understand the posh lifestyle.
Wait, Hillary Banks. Who is Hillary Banks?
Hillary Banks.
Hillary Banks.
I know Tyra Banks, and I know Hillary Duff.
Hillary. This is not what
Yeah.
the show should
I was
be.
like, when do I interrupt this nonsense?
Yeah.
When do I stop this from continuing? How much is he
Yeah.
how committed are you to this?
Oh, I see.
Do we figure it out?
So the reason why it's conflated is
Okay.
apparently, and this is actually good on me. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh wow, you really hit the nail on the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yet again.
So Hillary Banks is the character from Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Okay. Not a character in Clueless. However, Hillary Banks.
Is she the cousin? She kind of talks.
Yeah, she's one of the Richies.
Yeah.
In the show.
Okay.
Right? She's
I know. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
in the yeah.
Yeah.
And so apparently people look at her style as sort of like of a similar vibe to Clueless. So like people Google those two terms together as like the Hillary Banks Clueless vibe. Is like that's like the style of like rich girl with like I don't know. Skirts.
That's your aesthetic too.
Skirts and business suits. I don't know what it is.
That's your aesthetic. You are plaid skirts.
Yeah.
You are a blazer.
Dogs,
you are a
Chihuahua.
You are a knee-high sock.
Yeah. Okay. So you know the vibe.
Clueless is
yeah.
a movie I've watched so many times.
Really?
Don't you tell me about the vibe.
I thought it was a TV show.
It was a TV show later.
Oh.
Yeah, they switched the main character to a different actress too.
See, I thought the movie was the whole, or the show was the whole thing.
No, it's the show. It was the movie and then the show.
Alicia Silverstone was not in the show?
No.
Oh,
Different
wow.
girl.
Huh.
Different girly.
Did people like the show? How did the show do?
I don't think it did well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They like to do that in the 90s where it's like Hercules, the show.
They loved that. Weird Science.
Based off the movie. Yeah.
Weird Science was another one that was really, I don't know if anyone knows this. Weird Science was one of my favorite movies from the 80s.
I knew that.
And you did know that. And then they made a show in the 90s and it was weird and didn't go well.
Yeah. And probably I would assume because of the popularity of Bill Nye, the Science Guy, and Beakman's World, they were probably going to it thinking like, oh, it's science, right? Weird Science?
Yeah.
Let's get some experiments in here. And they're like, oh, it's not what this is at all.
It's a hot woman involved who can do, I guess, magic, maybe?
Yeah. And then they start throwing their TV on the ground.
Right.
Like, fuck this.
Oh, wait. We started watching that and we didn't finish it, right?
The show?
The movie.
Oh, yeah, the movie. Yeah.
I just remembered that.
Because you got the VHS.
Okay, can I tell this story?
We didn't even finish it. Yeah.
I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought this up. This is important information. Okay. As I've mentioned, I love Weird Science. I love, Breakfast Club. I love Pretty in Pink. I love 16 Candles, all that stuff. And I had pretty much all of them on VHS. And we were watching Weird Science on a streaming service. And there's a scene where Kelly LeBrock is walking through the mall, who's the gorgeous woman, and Pretty Woman is playing. And I was like, this wasn't in the movie I saw.
Yeah.
And I was so upset about it because I have
Yeah.
such an intense memory of, her walking through the mall and it goes, weird science. And it's the theme song as she's walking. And it plays perfectly in
Yeah.
my mind from my childhood. And I saw this and I'm horrified.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. I vomit because, of course, that's the natural reaction
That was when we
I
stopped watching
should
it.
be having. We had to clean up the vomit first,
Yeah.
and then we had to circle back and have a discussion.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and found out that in later versions, I think they changed it, and I don't know why. So I was set to have Adam hear, because every time I tried to just Google it so he could hear it,
Yeah.
none of the clips were that.
Right.
So I went and got the VHS.
Yes.
And because we do have a VHS player, surprise,
Yeah.
surprise, and
Oh,
we
we need
still
it.
haven't finished it.
We haven't even gotten to that
We
scene.
haven't got to that scene.
That was 6 months ago.
Yeah, we're gonna, now that I remembered that,
Yeah.
we discussed, we're gonna
should.
have to watch it
We'll
again.
finish it tonight.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I love that movie.
Glad we got that out of the way.
You haven't even seen the weird, like, Bill
Paxton.
Paxton. Yeah,
Well,
I
I
was gonna say Paul.
have.
Yeah, but
I saw the end of that
no,
movie.
I know, but we haven't gotten to it.
Right. We
Not
haven't.
that you haven't
together.
seen it.
We haven't.
Together
gotten
as
to
a
it.
unit, as a pair.
Right.
as a
Which
team.
nothing in my life ever happened before that.
Correct.
So it's all fresh. It's
I
like
don't know who you were
post.
before.
It's like I'm Jesus Christ. It's like
Ooh,
before
maybe take it
Christ and then
Uh-oh.
after, or
Okay.
rather during
Yeah.
Christ, which is our relationship, which is magical.
This is the Christ time?
And a little religious. Yeah, this is the Christ time.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's one way to look at it. All right, cool.
That was a good way to burn 6
Wow,
minutes.
yeah. Oh, have we started the show?
Yeah.
Have we begun?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have we begun?
Absolutely. Hey babe, what's going on?
Hey, not a whole lot. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm
How's
great.
it going?
I'm
You took a nap? You're feeling good?
I'm a peach.
Oh, you're a Georgia peach.
We were like, should we podcast before the nap or after the nap? And I'm like, well, I must do it before. I need to refresh. Like here's the thing. If it comes down, if I have to choose between this podcast and a nap, going with the nap
Of course.
every time. So I couldn't podcast knowing that I had a nap coming.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't be focused on the show. I'd be too busy thinking about getting to that nap.
You'd be giddy for that
Yeah.
nap.
You'd be like, hey baby, we're talking about, Clueless and Hilary's vibe, and I'm just like, bed.
You're clueless as to how sleepy I am right now, actually.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
Yeah, so did that. It was great. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Fresh. I feel like I can just run like 20 miles right
Yes.
now.
And I played Zelda while you napped, and it
Yeah.
was perfect.
Zelda's so great, right?
Zelda's so good.
That's the best game. We've
I
both
love
sunk.
that game.
I'd be curious to see how many hours we've both
I
sunk
don't know
into
if I
that
want to
game.
know.
Who do you think's got more hours, you or me?
I think I do.
Yeah, I think you do too.
I'm actually confident in that because I dally. I dally. I search.
Mm-hmm.
I get like the little mushrooms and I get the flowers and I look. I've stopped doing it now, but I used to pick up most stones to see if there was a tireless frog underneath.
Yeah. Or Korok seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I know I will know where those are.
Yeah.
I have the eye for the Korok seeds.
Yeah, you kind of have a sixth sense
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to finding Korok seeds. You have so many more than me. I have like 10.
Feel like I'm one with the people, the
Yeah.
Korok people, the
Yeah.
Korok beings.
Yeah.
I feel like I myself am a Korok,
Yeah. you are a
and I
Korok.
can relate to their vibe, especially the ones with the weird faces that are kind of like, wow, just getting
Yeah.
by.
I like the one with the maracas
Yes.
because he's got a goatee that's just a
Yes.
leaf.
Yeah.
It's just a leaf with holes around his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't grow facial hair, but this is me. Or do you think the leaves? That's
Are
a
his
good
face?
question.
Oh,
Are the leaves like? Do you think that the leaves are ornamental, like it's clothing that
Right.
they wear, like decorate, or do you think it's like actually a
part of their
them?
face?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Like if you rip it off, are they gonna like start screaming in agony?
I think it's part of their face because
Yeah.
their whole thing is they're these little like woodland forest creatures.
Yeah.
So
And they
if you-
have. I think some of them have eyes on the Like a lot of most of them actually, their whole face is on the leaf, right? Unless they're just cutting out holes, which could be.
I see a lot of little holes. I think I encourage. I'm sorry.
You're incorrigible.
Nice. Okay, that was so much better.
Pulled it out.
I think if whoever is listening who hasn't played Zelda, and come on, we're all playing it.
Yeah.
Give it a goog.
Yeah.
You see what we're talking about. Not super exciting, but you'll be in the know. So, anyways,
how do you like the new building stuff? Or do you find yourself doing it, or what's your?
not really.
Not really.
I feel overwhelmed by that option
Yeah.
because I feel like it takes me a long time and I want it to be as efficient as possible. And then I'll spend all this time doing something and it's fine. I use it for 2 seconds and then I'm off to the next thing.
Yeah.
It feels like a waste of time
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
But very fun.
Sometimes.
I think it's cool because it's like you can sort of engineer your way out of problems.
Yeah.
You know, like there's because all of the original systems from the first game are still there.
Right.
Right. So it's like you could just do it.
Yeah.
Like I would say like you could probably get away with like 80% of the game. You could probably get away with not using any of the new mechanics.
Yeah.
But also like if you're finding yourself struggling with that system and you're just like, oh fuck, I got a couple parts, let me just whip up a fucking thing that just totally gets me out of this jam, you feel like you're cheating, and it's tight. Very cool.
You love to cheat.
I love to cheat.
Honestly,
My
he
favorite
really
way of
does.
going through life is cheating.
He will look up all of the answers, all the secret gems on YouTube.
Yeah, I was doing some stuff in the game yesterday trying to get that with the frog suit, you know, where you do the slip resistance.
Yeah. As everyone who listens to this podcast, our Zelda fans know.
I'm talking to you like we haven't just like been talking about it.
You
for
are looking
hours.
at me, and no one can see this, but he is moving like a frog, as though saying frog suit itself wasn't enough of a hint for me. And also, this frog suit I got before him. I discovered it, and he's like, you know, the frog. How dare you?
Right.
Know who you're talking to.
Though.
Respect me.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm like going through and like she's watching me and I'm just like, I just have my phone on my belly just watching like, here's the exact location of all of the things you got to do to get these froggy suit parts.
Yeah. And I just wander. Yeah. I will start that mission and then I'll do something else for hours.
Yeah.
And then go back and think, oh, I forgot I didn't finish this, and then do it because it's whatever I want it to be. And that's the fun of it, really.
That's the fun of it. Fun of it is having a whole world to build and explore and find all kinds of cool stuff and disassociate and not contribute anything valuable to reality or society. Just be, you know,
just be useless.
Honestly, like, here's the thing. If, you know, like, you know, the movie The Matrix.
I think I've heard of it.
Right? If they just made, instead of making like, oh, it's bad sometimes, so it's got to feel realistic. It's like, no, just make it Zelda. You know, like, just make the Matrix Zelda.
Yeah.
Nobody will want to leave ever.
Oh, I see. So we're saying that if we have, instead of being the real world, which you're right, I feel as though if you don't want them to look elsewhere, you want to make it challenging and fun and fulfilling. Well, but still.
Also, you could just pick apples all day if you want to.
You could just pick apples all day and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You'd be fine.
Choose your own adventure. Choose your own level of, like, you know, challenge.
Yeah. I think you just fixed the problems of the Matrix.
I just gave AI a freebie. Like, so
you're welcome.
Put that in your pocket.
You are welcome. Write a thank you
My buddy AI.
No. Cool.
Yeah. So there's that. We probably should talk about.
I was gonna force my way in, but the video.
Let's talk about last week. What happened last week?
Ooh, last week.
Yeah.
What did you just mention it?
Yeah. So we had our first video episode last week.
Video epi.
I want to once again send a thank you to Hatfield Media.
Yes.
That's the company that I work for, Hatfield Media currently.
Yep. He's in the know.
As a web developer. Big deal. But they also have, you know, they have production arms, and they make commercials for people, and they do marketing, and they also host like live event production. And one of the things that they were looking to do was to create a portfolio piece for prospective clients, for like looking to who might also be looking to host a podcast or create some sort of video content. And I'm like, and I was joking. I was like, 2 weeks ago, I was like, hey, can you make the intern do a video podcast for me, or make a video version of our podcast, just as a goof? And he's like, oh yeah, you want to do it? Yeah. That's Chuck. That's the guy who did the producing.
Shout out.
He's the one who produced this episode.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, no, bring him on. Bring your podcast on
over. That's
over.
what he sounds like, but
we'll do it. Yeah, absolutely. No,
you sound borderline Harry Carey with that. Like you're about to step into Harry Carey territory with that voice.
Yeah.
And Hank Hill, you're Harry Carey and Hank Hill in one with that.
Well, I do feel like he has like there's like a under the breath kind of ass quality to his voice,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But he has the voice of like,
if he's listening to this, I hope you're not offended because he just did our podcast.
I mean, I don't think that's offensive. Right?
No, I know, but we're really getting into his vocal cords.
He to me, he has the voice of like a guy who is like, he's like a retired volunteer Shakespearean actor. Like I think he actually there's a theatricality to his voice.
Yeah.
And he loves dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like one time I walked up to him, he's like, hey Adam, I got a joke for you. I'm like, oh buddy, here we go. And he's like, yeah, I took my sister to the zoo last week, but they didn't have a whole lot there. They only had dogs, and so it was a Shih Tzu.
Chuck!
And it took me a second. I'm like, wait, what? He told me like 6 of them, and I'm like, wait, I gotta get tuned in. I'm not in dad mode joke.
Yeah, you aren't thinking in that way.
Yeah, dad mode joke. That's so stupid.
Wow, that was so stupid.
Dad joke mode. There we go.
Yeah, wait, no, was your dad mode joke?
DJM.
Oh my god, you can't even talk.
Yeah, so that's not.
Yes.
We probably.
It was great. We had a good time.
We might do it again.
It
soon,
felt really profesh.
Yeah, I did.
And it was fun. I think that it was weird to see yourself on camera.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone else is cool with watching how they speak and their entire body. But it's not super comfy for me.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't as bad watching it as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I definitely haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it's...
You haven't just sat down and watched the whole...
I haven't.
From start to finish.
No.
But you watched the best part, though, which was at the end.
I watched the end part. I don't even think I... Oh, I guess I did watch it. Yes. And then I watched, I think maybe like 10, 15 minutes in the beginning. And then I thought, you know what? That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
I know. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
But everyone else should watch it. Don't just because it's me. Also, don't say anything bad about me at all. So that's it.
Yeah.
Also, just say good things about me.
You're perfect.
Yeah, well, you're lying. You're a liar.
Oh.
You say everything you say is... Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah. So that was cool. I think I would definitely love to do it again.
Yeah.
I really want... I'm just want to prepare people. It's, if we do that again, it's going to be like... It's going to look more like a... we're in like a Taliban cave or something.
Oh my god!
And it's like it's gonna be shot with like iPhone 6.
Oh, you mean with
us?
Okay.
Like we could not on our own create that level of production value. Like it would be us in in like a dimly lit, just like almost like a homeless person box. That's where we would be. And it would be like raining, and it'd be like you couldn't even, it'd be blurry, like you couldn't even see. And the audio would somehow be worse than it is with just the audio. I don't know how that would work, but somehow that also got worse.
What? Why would we go to a worse place?
What?
We would just stay here if we had to do it. It would be kind of not great. We're in our little
video, right? I mean, you got to use the medium. Right. We can now do things that we can't normally do.
Right.
Like go on location to a homeless person's home.
Okay.
Wait. Box.
Yeah.
Call it.
I don't like anything that you're saying. I
Yeah,
don't love it.
you're right.
Yeah. Maybe just don't say any of what thing you're saying. Maybe just don't maybe we shouldn't have you talk.
Yeah.
Maybe we should button you up.
I'm just saying a place, it would be a place that didn't look cool is
Yeah.
really what I'm getting at.
Right. Like people who are suffering and don't have homes. He like what I do for it is like
Is it hot in here?
it is I'm sitting here, I'm just like I don't. Okay. Anyways, we will have a discussion later.
Yeah.
But
it was a good time.
It was good.
It was
We had a really good time. We were very cozy.
It was fun.
It was the quality was obviously a lot better than what we have now.
Yeah.
And Adam has mentioned how it's difficult to really work on the editing the sound and making sure it's equal and the amount of time it takes. And I told him before we started that I would try to speak at an even tone.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can do that because it's not going to happen.
I have accepted our current level of quality.
Yeah. As long as you can hear it. So if you think they're kind of back and forth, it's just hard.
You do too.
It's hard, and I hope everyone can hear it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to adjust, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what it is.
Yeah. Also, I forgot one last thing I'll say is
please say it.
The company that produced our podcast also helped with the latest Jack Harlow video.
Yes, and
so
it's really good.
I think it's so hilarious that the same people that made Jack Harlow's music video produced an episode of our podcast.
Are you inferring that we're not as big as Jack Harlow?
I mean, I think
we're pretty much same level.
I just think it's incredible that, the community can really have these establishments here. Like if I feel like so few people of like celebrity status can be really represent the city, and our culture and what and our values and what we're about. And I just love that. People like Jack. I call him Jack.
I know. I was like, also, have you listened to what?
We know each other,
Okay, all right.
We're actually maybe thinking about getting him on the podcast.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's busy. We have to fit him in at some point,
By the way, that we watched a video where they were shooting places in Louisville.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's that bar? It was Air Devil's Inn.
Yeah, I was thinking Air Devil's Inn.
Were you? Yeah.
But I was thinking I was combining it because it had that kind of grungy feel to it.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like it, but then I think I was putting other bars together. Okay, cool. So
yeah.
So I win.
Yeah, you win.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a good place to shoot it, I think. And so it was all within that area on Taylorsville then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kind of went down the street.
Morris's Deli was there.
Shout out Morris's Deli, very good.
Any of the other spots. It was a lot of schools, which I'm like, I didn't go to school here, so I don't really know what those look like.
Yeah.
But,
Sure. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. I mean, the content of the song itself was upsetting.
Yeah.
In that, just the topics. I think,
yeah.
not. But listen to it. New song out. Gang, gang, gang. I think that's what it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Gang, gang, gang.
It's kind of crazy that like Theo Von didn't make a cameo in that.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of stealing his thunder a little bit there.
Yeah. That's what you think is happening?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's gang, gang. That's Theo Von.
Maybe, maybe, he did reach out and Theo's like, no, thank you.
No, man.
I'm doing my own thing over here. In my own podcast. Funny thing is, we went outside and our nipples fell off, and that was just what you did. Your nipples fell off. You got new nipples. That was part of how we rolled.
Yeah.
And just one. I'm like, listen to this. I don't know, but it's wild to hear him.
Jack's on the other end, just like, I just want to know if you want to do this video.
He's like, well, I mean, I don't have any nipples. If that's okay.
That's great. That's good.
Thanks.
It
awesome.
Was
I
good.
never make Adam laugh, and I don't need it. I know what I'm about, but when I do, it is a little treat.
It's good. It's good, right?
Yeah, yeah,
it's good.
Great, excellent.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
you got anything for me, or you want to? What do we got?
I I do have
What's
some,
up?
yeah, I feel like it's not. I was thinking about this. This is just kind of a broad
What's been
convo.
going on in your life?
So much. Just so
I
much.
never talk to
You
you
never talk to
ever.
me. Once we're done with the pod, we just silently exist
Yeah.
next to one
We just
another.
start staring at our own TikTok feeds for
Yeah.
6
That's what
hours.
I was going to talk about
Oh,
actually
really?
with TikTok.
Oh.
So that is very funny
Yeah.
and which actually shows how synced we are.
Yeah.
How silently synced we are. So
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about someone else about this, and I feel like everyone does this. And we talked about how we're kind of in our little like bubble, and everyone not the video one, but the one before that, and how we are just having an echo chamber of what we believe and people with similar beliefs, and
Yes.
we're surrounded by that.
Yes.
And I think about that with when I'm watching TikTok, and a lot of things that pop up are like civil rights stuff, and just I mean, I'm going to use like social justice as an umbrella,
Mm-hmm.
gender issues, a systemic racism, and all of that great stuff. And so I'm getting education, and then I have like little videos about life hacks and
Yeah.
tips and tricks and stuff, and then I have comedy videos in between, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But whenever I get any video that is educational, or if the person, again, I'm seeing all these videos and I'm thinking, all right, everyone here is on the same page, so I believe everything you say because we're on the same page. And I saw this one video of this guy talking about how we are in a worse space than we were in the Great Depression. And I was
Mm.
thinking, I don't think that's true, but go on. And he
Yeah.
gives
Okay.
numbers compared to, this was the average for one household, and it was like 4,000 some dollars, and in today's money that's $88,000, and the average American makes 31,000, and look how bad it is. And I'm watching this
Mm-hmm.
and I'm suspicious. So
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah. Good for you.
But I am usually I'm likely to believe it and think, okay. And if they're going in, and sometimes if someone's going into depth about something, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm on board, but this is too much. I'll move on." Anyways, so I watch that, and then like, I'm not even kidding you. 4 TikToks later, this dude
Yeah.
pops up, "Hey, this guy's saying this, it's wrong." And I'm like, "Right, it's wrong. Okay, thank you so much. And I
Yeah.
needed someone else to tell me what was going on."
Yeah.
And then he explained how the data he was pulling up is inaccurate because it was from people who made X amount of money in taxes, and this is what they got back, and
Mm-hmm.
how that does not, we're not in a worse spot. And I see people in the comments, I thought something was weird. Like everyone else
I thought
saw the
everything
other
that guy
one.
said was
Wait a
bullshit.
minute. I took a minute, but I did no other research because
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it either. But I think about that with a lot of those TikToks, and how and again, we talk about whatever you believe, and the people that you are judging their belief system and how gullible they are. And I think it's pretty like obvious we're
Mm-hmm.
progressive people, we're liberal people.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, and we are
You're probably more
also,
liberal than me,
I'm
but
more liberal than you
let's
for
just get it
sure.
out
Let's
there.
just be real. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
tired of hiding it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hiding it.
Yeah.
So anyways,
But still
but
both.
I'm sorry?
Still both.
Still both.
Still both very.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just get that out there.
Excellent.
I don't
So
want people to think I'm like
right.
yeah.
One of those, one of those,
You know.
one of those cinemas.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but I think it's interesting because I think we're all likely, if we feel the source is trusted, or if someone is confident and they're saying something that we believe in, oh, this is what's happening. Look at this data. And it's a study, and you see a little screenshot, and it is helpful. But if you look at the data or the study, you think, oh, they didn't talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so likely to believe those people.
Yeah.
And that also goes with when I talked about those life hacks and tips and tricks.
Yeah.
I've been, as you get older, your hair thins out,
Mm-hmm.
and some people unfortunately start to go bald, which is
Sure.
upsetting.
Yeah.
And I can't relate to that level,
Me
but
neither.
I can see, right, you got a full head of hair. I can see my hair kind of thinning in the front. I can
Mm.
notice it.
Yeah.
I can, if I'm going to ask our listeners, look in the mirror and look at your hair. And if you can kind of see through with the scalp, you're like, ooh, I'm aging. So I can see, a distance, we're fine. You get up
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
So the suggestion on TikTok was putting rosemary oil in it.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing all these girlies do it. So
Oh,
then I buy rosemary oil. And there's
yes.
so many things like that pop up.
Yeah.
And again, no further research. It's come up enough.
Done.
People are saying things. I'm a dermatologist. And I'm like, sounds good.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Was the
So
dermatologist in favor of the rosemary oil?
I don't know. Who
Yeah.
can say? I don't know but I'm just saying I'm very easily persuaded. I'm very, I wouldn't say, I don't think I'm necessarily gullible, but I'm definitely, um,
Persuadable.
yeah, no, well, that's kind of what I said before about
Yeah.
but
Oh, you're
no,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm likely to be influenced. I'm easily influenced.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And I
Yeah.
think most people are. And I stop and I'm like, am I really doing another thing? I've tried, people swear by this or they swear by that. And I tried it, but that didn't work. And someone else did blah.
Yeah.
And I get trial and error, but at some one point you got to be like, when does it end?
Yeah.
Have you had any of the, I mean, what's your experience like when
Where I
you,
bel
on your algo?
on my algo
I
or
know you
something
have
where
a
I'm like,
very
oh,
different
that's
algo.
like that, right?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? And I don't even know. I don't even, this may even be a parody account, but there's one guy who just is like, he just goes to like supermarkets and just points out like the healthiest foods. And he's like, that's bullshit. Like kale is bullshit. He starts spouting all these facts about like actually the skin on carrots has a high level of beta thiophanamine, which can make the pigment in your toenails go brown. It's like
What?
he's like citing all these fucking bullshit studies. And I'm like, and it's just like, and it's every episode, every like video. It's like broccoli is bullshit, and I don't know what I'm like. What should we be eating? Like
Give us another option.
I don't know if he's just like eat only meat all the time.
Oh,
Like I don't know if he's
God.
one of those guys, but then I do have like but there is another guy who's like an actual doctor. And when I say actual doctor, I mean he's in front of a camera wearing scrubs and a stethoscope. So
Mm,
he must be an actual doctor
right.
who will take that guy's videos and be like, all right, let's check. Let's really, let's comb through this. Everything this guy's saying is bullshit, and so, yes, those do exist. I can't cite any other specific examples, but
Yeah.
they do exist. But, it's, I think if anything, it's just got to reinforce the fact that like, I'm not going to say everything is bullshit, but like, just because someone has a study, it's like people do not appreciate, first of all, people don't appreciate how much work research is.
Yes.
People
It's so
dedicate
expensive.
their whole
Yeah.
careers
Hmm.
to research. And I think those are the people most likely to tell you like, we don't know.
Yes.
We don't know anything.
Absolutely.
I mean,
100%.
think about like all of the just so many decades of like like news stations running a piece on like, well, just in a study in Minnesota University says that the
Smoking is actually good for you.
egg whites are high in cholesterol and will cause cancer, and
Yeah.
and I'm I'm not coming for anybody specific, and I'm not making any assertions about what is and
I
what
think
isn't
you
healthy,
should, but okay.
I'm just saying like, there's that classic bit about you can't eat anything. It's good this week, it's bad the next,
Yeah.
and it's because like we just we're so like listen to the last person in the room on that stuff.
Hmm.
The last person
And
talking
the
is
loudest.
the one we go with.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way our brains work. And like again, we don't have, it's the same thing with like political opinions. Like I don't have time to really feel like I'm right about anything,
Yeah.
because I know, since I have a political science degree,
Okay.
I know how
Them
much
creds.
time and effort it really takes to know your stuff, to
Right.
to know all of the facts about something. And it's impossible for anybody with a job,
Yeah.
which is why 9 times out of 10 the people who are the most loud are the ones who don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who are most concerned with like politics, and it's like, okay, but you live in your car. Or like, okay, but you have nothing. This is all you got, is just like, I care about this thing.
Yes.
And it's I'm all for taking on a cause. I'm all for like, hey, we believe in this. We want to move forward with this, campaign, or we have this organization. Our goal, our mission is to do XYZ. I think that is all fantastic, but I think that those people have to really be aware of the real investment that it would take to make any kind of progress. And so I'm talking about the people you see in a bar who's like, "What? That Bud Light is just," it's like,
right.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Just get off, come off it, take a step down.
Take it down.
You're an idiot.
Get on the floor.
Kale is bullshit.
Right.
But maybe not for the reason you think it is.
I think you are making excellent points. And you said something. Yeah, everyone. You said something. Well, two things. First, I think you're absolutely right. The researchers will always tell you, we don't know. If you look at the data and then the studies, they can only do so much because they can't control a lot of variables. There's a lot of things to be considered. Who's involved in the study? What are the biases? Like, there's a lot of things that pop up that make these studies data, less reliable. You talk about reliability. You do the study so many times in different ways. If you're getting the same results, your reliability is higher, which means that the results are usually stronger. But a lot of times, they'll do studies and then they realize they need to change whatever. So anyways, I feel like it is, it's interesting because obviously people don't know that, of course. And I also feel like people, again, as you said, don't know the effort that was put into it, but don't realize that you can't say anything confidently because, as you say, there's so much stuff we don't know and there's so many other things going on at all times. And it just makes me think that the people who are usually the most educated on these things are the people that are definitely most honest. And then you have the people, I guess it's important to say, the more confident you are about something, maybe, I don't want to say the more suspicious or skeptical you should be, but I would be aware, because I think it's good to be confident and say what your research is, but also have the room and have the discussion. Whereas now I see people come on here and they say the research and these are important causes, but they say them in such a way where this is what we know and there's no room for error and there's no other way, as opposed to this is what we know. It's important because when you look at data, it's like, this is what's standing out. I can't remember what word I'm trying to think of. It's really frustrating me. This is what's popping out here, and this is notable, but nothing is absolute.
Right.
That's impossible. You just can't be absolute with anything.
Yes. But
so I agree.
Right. And it's like, and it's not, we're not saying that, observations can't be made.
That is what we're saying.
That is.
Stop observing. Don't look anywhere. You're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong. Close your eyes.
Yeah, you're wrong.
It's dark. Great. That's it.
So I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, I'm glad we did too. I loved it.
This is a perfect time to pivot, actually. Perfect segue.
Oh, let's pivot away.
I'm going to show you a couple of things here.
Oh, I'm so nervous. What have you, are these pickies you got?
To really balance out that conversation.
Great. A little too educated and intellectual.
Yeah, let me show you this picture I found on Reddit. Okay.
Oh my God.
What do you think about that?
That took me a minute. I think you'll probably post it on the Insta.
Yeah, I will.
But I'm going to describe it. Okay, so Adam has shown me this man.
Yeah.
With a tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
And at first, I didn't really make it a whole chest, right above the nips. And at first, my mind hadn't really understood what I was looking at.
Takes you a second.
It is him underneath his neck is a drawing of smaller arms
Yeah. A smaller
and
chest.
smaller chest,
Yeah.
and his hands are holding like he is like he's like handling a starship, honestly, if I
Yeah.
had to say, or a plane or some kind of flying
Yeah.
device.
Yeah.
And then around it you can see he's in something, but it
Machine.
looks so ridiculous because if you let your eyes just kind of relax, you can see his small itty bitty arms
Yeah.
with his big old head.
It looks like he's big head with a
Tiny
tiny body
body.
piloting a mech of his whole body.
His regular body.
So it's like him piloting himself as a mech.
It is so
And it's a tattoo. It's
it's honestly, I would, if he put more of that whatever it is made of on his shoulders and the rest of his chest, I think I would be more immersed in it.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, if you cut out the rest of it, it would be even more jarring. Not that I'm recommending that, but
Look at the
wild.
sadness in his face.
It is wild.
He's like, I fucked up.
I think that face looks like
so sad.
I feel like it's more of I guess it's regret.
It's like I'm trying to live with it.
Yeah.
Because what
I
else
thought
can
it was going to be fun, and it's not as fun as when I am intimate with a lady friend.
Can you imagine?
She laughs.
She has to laugh, right?
You can't. I mean, you'd have to turn the lights off. If there's even a glimmer of me seeing that tattoo, I'm done.
Do you think that's what he was thinking? He's like, well, I'm a lights off man anyway.
You're right.
You know?
That's what my move.
Matter.
Turn them off, baby.
Fine.
Let's keep it dark. Let's keep it real dark in here.
I think that's so incredible.
That's so wild.
How drunk must you be? Like,
I
because
don't
that's a long.
know.
How many hours do you think it takes to get
Oh
that
my
tattoo?
God. I mean, I would
3-4
say
hours?
no. I would say like 6.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, there is like shading.
It's shading, and it's just how
good.
it's his whole chest.
Yeah.
I don't know. And things take time. I don't know.
I think it's pretty good.
Wild.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it looks like a body. Yeah, that's wild.
It looks like
That's
he looks like
wild.
MODOK from that new Ant-Man
I was
movie.
thinking about MODOK.
Yeah.
I looked at that body, and that is 100% what I thought of. That was
Body
also weird.
weird.
A body weird. Yeah. So
that happy by the way, happy Father's Day.
happy
It's
Papa's
Father's
Day.
this weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow, right?
I guess it is,
17th?
yeah.
No, today's the 17th.
Both our dads are dead, so we don't really
We got
care.
dead dads,
DD.
which, it's sad, but also we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
any celebration, which is nice
Yeah.
because that was always such a frustrating, because my
Oh.
dad's birthday
Yeah.
is also in June. So
Mhm.
he'd be like, he'd want 2 events because he's so self.
Oh, of course. Must be too.
Yes. And
I
we're
get
going to do
that.
Father's Day. And then my birthday's coming up too. And I'm like, yeah, I know when both of those things are.
I don't know if you knew
It's
that.
the same every year.
Yeah.
Yes, I know when those things are. So
That's so
there
funny.
is a relief, it's my dad. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. It's mine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't judge me. This is my
Well,
life.
it's a very traumatic experience losing a father,
Yeah.
especially at like a young age.
Right.
And so like give us this, right?
Give us
Like,
this.
we should have this little convenience of like, I
Yeah.
don't have to think about.
I'm good.
That's one nice thing. I don't have to think about it.
Also, I think everyone can probably deduce that maybe we don't have the best relationships with our fathers, because I think
Yeah.
a lot of people who lost their dad they were close with, I
Yeah,
think that
they
their
do
feeling would
comedy.
be, I'm sad. I miss my dad. I
Yeah.
miss him on Father's Day. And we're like, thank God we don't have to celebrate it. Oh God,
Such
it's
a
not on my
nightmare.
list. Not on my list. He's dead, so it's not on my list.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, That's what it is.
I think for Father's Day one year we got my dad a pool table.
Wow.
But it was like no.
Oh, okay. Lower your
It was like
expectations.
first of all we bought it at Walmart. Okay, it was like plywood,
Okay.
and it was like I don't know, like it was, first of all it had to be assembled. It was like IKEA. It was like if IKEA was like, let's make a pool table.
Oh God.
It's like
yeah.
everything slotted together.
Oh no.
It was like rickety. Like if you could like tug on it and you're like it felt like a fake. Like it wasn't a real pool table. And it was like, and we lived in a small house.
Yeah,
and so
you didn't have room, right?
We didn't have room. We put it in the living
Oh
room,
my God.
and we just didn't have a living room anymore. We're like, I guess this is just the living room now. It's this pool table.
Did you use it?
Yeah, for a couple weeks.
Okay, a
Yeah,
couple weeks.
and then it mostly became like a thing to put laundry on.
Okay, I was just thinking laundry. That's
Yeah.
probably the next move. A surface.
Yeah, and I actually don't know what happened to it. We declared bankruptcy shortly after. I don't know why we made such healthy financial decisions, like buying $100 pool table.
Yeah. Well, that's a steal.
Did I say it was $100? Did I mention that?
I didn't know it was so reasonable.
It was very inexpensive. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
We're always looking to get around. We like to cheat, right?
Yeah.
Like to cheat.
Love to cheat.
I can get a pool table for $100 at Walmart.
For sure.
Hell
I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it.
Shit.
Yeah, I get it.
So happy Father's Day.
Happy Papa's Day. Happy Daddy Day.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love all the dads.
Love all the dads, unless you're trash, and then we don't love you.
Yeah.
We are not including the trash dads.
One thing I wanted to see, I don't feel like we need to have a dedicated news section, but
yeah,
sometimes I will see some things.
You gotta talk about it.
That I'm like, let's get it out there.
Also,
yeah,
I was thinking about what you brought up with the man who named his the axe Happy or Machete.
Kindness.
Yeah. I think that you've mentioned that in a past episode. I thought about it later.
What?
When you showed me that, I was like, this isn't new info. Maybe you didn't have it on the pod, but I definitely remember.
You have to give me some timestamps on that one.
Okay, I'm 100% cannot.
I'm fighting. I'm gonna
and
fight back.
And I do not want to look through it. It was just, I just thought about it, and I'm calling you out on the pod.
I am not a repeater.
Yeah.
Everything I say is completely original.
No.
Okay.
No, you're doing Peter again and again and again.
Peter?
Repeater.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That was so good.
Why? When you said Peter, I just heard like Family
Peter.
Guy. Peter.
You're petering again. Okay.
All right. So
what do you got?
I did see an article on BBC News.
Yeah.
Is a picture. First of all, is a picture of a guy next to a horse with a trophy, right?
What is that?
Here's the headline. It says, humans face horses in long distance race. Man wins.
Wait, you were telling me that a human being with their human body is racing a large horse.
Yeah, and winning.
And winning?
Yeah.
So they got a slow horse and a fast man.
You think so?
There is no way. Well, I just don't.
Well, it's long distance, so it's more about endurance.
Oh, well then, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because that's how it is with all. I feel like I remember learning that in like middle school in science class. The cheetah's gonna be faster, but you'll outrun it eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Like, no, it's gonna eat me before I even have time.
Yeah.
The stamina is gonna be gone, but I'm dead now. I can't start at 60 miles per. Like, what are we doing?
No. Yeah, 100%.
So eventually the horse was like, I'm over it. I'm assuming.
I guess he's
he's
like,
can't.
tired,
come
man.
on. We're not on long distance. That's
some of these
stupid.
guys, some of these human runners, like
runners,
like the ones that do the super marathons.
Oh yeah,
like they'll run over 100 miles. I don't
know I mean, good on you. Like
miles.
Good on you for doing that. That sounds so awful.
Yeah,
that sounds like a lot.
Well, I think that's the take everybody has.
Yeah,
which is like,
I'm tired.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
It's like, look at the human achievement. Right.
Right.
Here's my take.
Oh.
It's like, all right, it's already kind of questionable that we make horses race.
I know.
And it's like, now you're gonna put them in a position to fail too.
Makes me so sad. I know.
It's like, oh,
and
not
now
only do I have to race,
horse.
I'm feeling bad about myself as a species.
Yeah.
It's like it's like doubling down on the we're better than you. Train.
We control you and we're faster.
We are you must race or we will kill you.
Yeah.
Also, we will beat you.
Right. Because you can't keep
Tough
that up.
Titties. Horse.
Stupid horse. And they're like, I just don't.
Fucking horse.
Just let me go. Just let me go. I want to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that horse didn't want to race, or maybe it did.
I don't know. I mean, we've learned a couple things about horses, maybe
we've met a horse.
But here's my
recently.
thing: I feel like, as we just mentioned, we don't know anything for sure.
Yeah.
And one day we could learn a way to communicate with animals, and that we can both understand. And they're going to be like, "We hate you. We hate this. This all sucks." And we're like, "Oh, okay. I could see why you would hate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't want someone to force me to race. And I know that our brain processing power is
Yeah.
different in how we view the world, but I don't know. And I don't want to, you know, uh, personify. Oh, anthropomorphize. That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking.
Oh my God.
Anthropomorphize any.
$10 word there.
Thank you. These animals, but that's what we're doing. And it's hard not to do it.
Yeah. It's funny we think about like the idea of apes evolving and taking over our planet, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. I've seen the OG, and I guess I've seen the remake too.
Yeah.
It always made me feel
Which
really
one?
uncomfortable.
There's multiple.
The multiple. I saw the first remake, the
Oh,
one with
Mark
I think
Wahlberg.
Yeah, Marky Mark was
Yeah.
in it. Yeah,
You should get back on that.
the
Right?
Planet of the Tapes, some Planet of the Tapes money.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Tapes is a bar
Yeah, it's a
and a
yeah, I
venue.
mean, why not? But anyway,
Yeah.
so but like really if you think about it, I feel like the one you want to watch out for are the horses. Because if horses evolve, if it's Planet of the Horses, like we're fucked.
Oh yeah.
Because that we actually use them,
Yeah.
right? Like we actually um make them do a lot of shit for us, you know? And we run them ragged sometimes, you know? That's all I'm saying.
I would say cows.
Yeah?
I'm thinking about if we're talking about what we are most, I guess, I don't know, abusing or utilizing and I have no data to back this up. And again, we know nothing. But in my mind, because dairy and just meat and all of that stuff, and we're not using horses for all those things. So if somebody was to revolt and we'd be really screwed over, I think it would be the cows. I think the cows would really get us. And I think we'd all have a moment and think, you know what? We deserve this. This is karma for all of those years, and we weren't listening and then continuing to destroy the world with our usage of cows and resources and the grass and how it's all connected. Bada bing, bada boom. The cows would probably kick our ass. And again, it would be like that scene in Kung Pao. What Kung no, not Kung was it Kung Pao or Kung whatever Kung? And
No, it's Kung Pao.
It's Kung
Yeah,
Pao.
you got it.
Where that cow is like doing, some martial arts karate. That's what I'm envisioning.
I see.
Yeah. So
Well,
those are my thoughts.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's hope that neither cows nor horses ever evolve. I think it'd be more likely for horses too, though, just because they're smarter generally.
Yeah.
As a species.
Yeah, horses are very smart.
Cows just seem lazy.
They seem lazy,
right? Don't they kind of?
Yeah, they do.
What do
If you think about a cow eating like grass and their mouth, and they're large, they're stocky. They're not running that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. They just want to chill, you know?
I hate cows.
Wow.
Honestly. They fucking
I didn't know that's
there.
what.
They don't do shit all day.
God.
You know.
Okay. You think they need to really put in the effort?
I mean,
we're
they
really
need to carry their weight somehow.
We're eating them and we're using
Fart.
and they're farting. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But the dairy, that milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're doing what they can with the lazy.
To get by.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could.
I don't hate on them.
Do you think? What do you think about the idea of like, oh, I don't have to work. I just have to be exploited.
No, I don't want that.
To make a contribution. What do you think about that?
I would rather die.
But you don't have to work though.
Yeah, I think I want to work.
Yeah.
Because my value is based on my productivity.
Yeah.
So if I'm not working, I'm not being productive and I'm not valuable. Because capitalism and
think about it like this. Like say I'm a human being.
Got it.
Like what
we'll pretend.
What if instead of having to try to gain value, like to work and make money, like what if I could just sit and then they just hook like a thing up to me, right, and it just drains a little bit of energy and then they convert that into like a fuel source.
You're talking about the Matrix right now. You are literally talking about the Matrix.
Not enough to where I can't still just enjoy my day. Like I hook myself up to it.
You're just a little battery
power. I play Zelda for 8 hours.
Yeah.
They get what they need, and then I get enough to live off of. Like I can pay my bills, I can buy more video games, I can go to restaurants.
Yeah.
And I don't have to work. I can just sit here and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
We have a very different view on
I
paradise.
think that's the key. If we can
Yeah.
figure that out,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
disagree. But you know what? You can live like that and I won't stop you. I'll allow it. I'll let you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just be free, be happy, be you. But
Yeah.
that sounds terrible to me. That's not my thing. So,
I think that's how we're gonna achieve
yeah.
like peace
Yeah.
in the Middle East.
Peace in the Middle East.
Yeah,
I think
peace.
all right. Well, I think we got one more thing on the dock before we
I
gotta
mean,
get out of
it beats this rat race that we're in, where
Yeah,
like
I'm not saying I condone our current situation,
yeah,
but I also hate that.
but because we can't do that, I gotta make money selling
Yeah.
like old old nativity scene
Oh
decorations, which is what I'm currently
no.
going through. It's
Yes.
a fucking nightmare.
Oh my
I've
god.
had these nativity scene
Yeah.
like vintage plastic mold they've been in my
Yeah.
back seat. They've taken up my entire back seat of my car
Yeah.
for probably a month and a half now,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
When you say, and
Yes. I 100%
I've been
would.
trying to sell them. It's fucking summer.
But also, wait, can
Yeah,
we say that is 100% not true?
yeah,
He has had them in his car for a
okay,
long time.
yeah.
He has not put them up for sale until several days ago. So
Like
don't
last
try to
week.
tell him.
Yeah, like a week
Right.
ago.
So
Yeah,
and people are looking at it. They're interested.
got a
It's
lot of
just
clicks,
that a lot of
a lot of
clicks.
saves. Yeah,
I think that eventually we should try to sell them to like a collector
yeah,
and connect with,
probably.
I think we should go down that route because it's so hard on Facebook Marketplace. But if you're
Yeah.
looking for that, check it
I
out.
got one interested party, and he's
Yeah.
such a fucking dud of a human being. Every day it's just like,
Stop.
can I get him? I'm like, yeah. It's like,
Please.
get him today. He's like, okay, all right, man.
I just need the money.
I'll get him tonight. I'm like, okay. And then it's like tonight, I'm like, you coming? He's like, oh yeah, my wife, her car, she's still working. She works, I don't work.
Like,
Like
okay.
clearly not.
He
So
has your ideal situation, really.
he's like, can I get him tomorrow morning? I'm like, yeah, yeah. Can he be here by 9? Like, which is what I call the morning.
Right?
He's like, oh no, I can't. How about that night? I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
What?
What do you
And then
say?
and he's like, I'm like, yeah, sure, okay.
He was probably thinking like 11 or something.
Yeah. And I'm like, are you coming to get these? He's like, oh man, my wife, I can't do it. Maybe the weekend would probably be better. I'm like,
Oh my
"Oh,
god.
okay." And then I'm like, all right, dude, let's do it. And
Yeah.
then weekend come, like, hey, still got them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the money here. I'll get them tomorrow though. And then after every time he's like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get them. He follows up with like, I'm so sorry. I do want them though.
I
I do
do.
want them.
Even though my actions do not reflect that at all.
Yeah.
Please.
So I think I'm just gonna incinerate him now and just like
I think.
show him a picture of just
Yeah.
like melted plastic. I'm like, hey, do you still want these? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Yeah.
I like them better in that form, actually.
Yeah.
They're more compartmentalized. They're more compact.
Yeah.
They're easier to travel with. I'm doing like a Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sorry, these are unavailable. He's like, oh man, that sucks.
Oh, I never was gonna get them. I was just pretending. If only I lived in a world where I had the funds and the transportation to get those.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? I mean, the guy's looking for these
Yeah.
things in like June. He's like, he's like, you got any? Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh no.
He's and then after we've decided on the next day that he's gonna, ice me, it's like he's like, do you got any vintage toys?
God.
And I'm like, what? What about
What are
any
you
of this
saying?
has led you to think I might have vintage toys?
Yeah.
I haven't advertised that I sell anything other than these decorations.
Yeah.
Like, this is something anybody would have. Like, and I'm like, nah, dude, these are my mom's. I don't like. We don't really
That he
collect
stole them.
stuff like that. He's like, what, she got anything else?
Oh,
Like,
right.
dude, you are
What?
a crackhead.
Yeah.
You're homeless, dude. What do you like? Get out of here.
I don't like what you're saying.
Sorry.
I also don't like
I
that.
gotta figure out something better.
We have to
just fall
discuss
apart.
maybe the way you talk and language and
Yeah.
get into it.
Hey, at least I show up to buy vintage nativity decorations.
Yeah, that's right.
I say
If
I'm gonna
any,
be there.
yep. You're
You'll always say that about
That's
him.
right.
He
That's
always did
right.
show up
He always showed
to
up.
buy those decorations.
That's right.
So.
Can't say that.
Yeah. Well, I think there
I
it
think
is.
we did
We
it.
did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys, we're happy to be back. We're happy to be
Duh,
here. We're happy to
duh,
chat.
duh.
Send us an email if you want us to talk about stuff.
Oh,
We
I
would
forgot
love
about
it.
the email.
Oh
Can I
my
do the email real
God.
quick?
Okay, we have to do the
We'll
email
do this real quick and then we'll
because
get out of
this
here.
is important and it's
Yeah.
relevant to a recent,
Yeah, I don't know if you've been following my TikTok.
Yeah.
It's been quite a journey to get the Grimace shake here at McDonald's.
Old Mickey D's.
And but we finally got it. It was a whole sorted affair trying to find it. Went like 3 different places, and they did not have it, unfortunately. But it's so funny. I got this. We got some reader mail. It was a little germane to the to the journey.
Yeah.
And this is honestly probably what it probably incepted the idea of even getting the thing. But you know me, I like a new fast food item.
Oh, do you ever?
Yeah, but we got this email from our mailbox, and it's kind of ridiculous. It's like I'm just gonna read it. It's like, "Hi, McDonald's birthdays. Think those epic grade school parties at the Play Place. Give major nostalgia for so many of our fans. This June, a McDonald Land icon will finally get his moment in the McD's birthday D's Nuts spotlight.
Nice.
And we're inviting everyone to celebrate with us. That's right. It's Grimace's birthday. Starting June 12th, fans can join in on festivities for our Purple Bestie with the Grimace birthday meal and shake featuring McD's first ever purple shake, as well as other fun throughout the month. See below for some of the key birthday deets." It's like, I don't care. I already don't care. The birthday meal and shake comes with a choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNugget, medium fries, and the Grimace birthday shake, inspired by the iconic color and sweetness of our purple pal.
Oh, he's sweet.
See high-res images here. No images. And the full press release here with all the info.
No
Would
press
you
release.
be interested in wishing Grimace a happy birthday and sharing this news with your listeners in an upcoming episode? Oh, acknowledge that we're a person and we have a show. That's great. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Mia from McDonald's.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
We
Mamma Mia.
We must actually have some cachet if McDonald's is reaching out to us.
Yeah, because you've mentioned the Grimace toy with the adult Happy Meal.
I did do that.
There he is over there.
You're right.
Just chilling. And I think that again, with technology, they're probably they got that Mickey D money and they're just, trying to listen in for any mention of them.
Yeah.
And they just reached out. They're like, you're because honestly, hordes of listeners we have. We can't, it's hard to keep track, you know?
Yeah.
So of course they reached out.
Yeah.
I do think it's really funny to just how it's phrased of like, we're all so excited about this event.
Yeah.
The shake though, when you finally got it, was pretty tasty.
Well, the first one I found was bullshit because it didn't have any. It just tasted like vanilla, like a vanilla shake. And if you look, it's like clearly like poorly mixed. And so really, it's kind of dependent upon where you go because we went to the other one, and that one actually tasted like.
Yeah, it was purple, whereas yours was like slightly lavender.
Yeah, it had like little, just like hints of lavender in like little pockets of perp.
Pockets of perp. Love
pockets,
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I'm so, I feel like I've been used and manipulated into, because I first thought like, oh, this will be a fun joke. And then I realized like, oh, this is what they wanted. They wanted me to make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
They
know what we're about.
They knew. And they were like,
they can manipulate us easily.
McDonald's, no one can manipulate the American people quite like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should run for office.
The whole corporation?
Yeah, Ronald McDonald runs for office.
I'm sure they got people in their pocket.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to do that.
They don't need to.
They're like, we're puppeting some stuff. Don't worry about it.
Lobby.
Trust me, we got it. It's set. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So,
well, all right. I'm glad we ended it on a happy note.
Yeah. Go get the Grimace shake now.
Get that Grimace shake.
It's Grimace's birthday month.
Yeah.
Go.
So queen. Get it. Get it. Happy Pride Month, too.
Happy Pride Month.
Yay.
Bye-bye Father's Day.
Bye.